All right, guys, welcome to Kitchen Daddy. And first of all, you bunch of legends. I can't get over it, guys. Thank you so much for all the incredible feedback to last week's video. We'll get into that at the end of this video because, come on, we want to do some cooking. So this week, we're celebrating Mother's Day with perfect roast chicken, pan gravy, served with these beautiful baby potatoes, green beans, asparagus, all tossed in truffle butter. Guys, this is an unbelievably elegant dish to serve Mum on Mother's Day, so come on, let's get into it. Right, to kick things off, let's grab our chicken. Now, I've actually got some salt and black pepper already mixed together in a bowl here. That way, we don't have to wash our hands every time we touch the chicken. So let's give a good seasoning inside the cavity. I've also got some rosemary, thyme, and oregano. Let's get them in. Now, to truss the bird, we need a good piece of butcher's string. Let's slip that under the chicken. We want to pull that up, loop it around the legs. Now let's pull that tight, cross it over, and we're going to feed that down between the leg and the breast. And as we do that, we want to flip the bird over. Now let's wrap that around the chicken neck a few times. Tie it in a nice tight knot. And then all we need to do is stick those chicken wings under the string. Now let's add a good pinch of salt and pepper. We're going to smother that in butter, and why not add a little bit more salt and pepper. Now in the roasting tray, we're going to add some carrot, celery and onions. We're also going to scatter over a few more of those herbs and some bay leaves. Now let's get the chicken on top. We want to chuck that in the oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. We're going to cook that for about 2 hours. Now for the vegetables, we're going to blanch the green beans and the asparagus. So I've got a large pot of boiling water on here. We want to trim the tops of the green beans. Let's get them in. We're going to cook them for about 3 to 4 minutes. Then we're going to drain them into a separate bowl and then quickly get them into some ice water so we can cool them down rapidly. Once that's done, we want to dry them on some kitchen paper. Now for the asparagus, we want to snap off the woody ends, and I'm also going to peel them. That way we get this really lovely kind of green contrast throughout the vegetables. Now let's get them into the boiling water. We're going to cook them for about 2 minutes. And again, we want to drain, ice, and then dry on some paper as well. Now for the spuds, I've got these beautiful baby potatoes. Let's get them into the boiling water. We're going to cook them until they're soft. We're going to drain them. Obviously, try and make sure you get most of that all over your chopping board. But do not chuck away the water. We're going to keep that and use that to make our gravy. And we don't need to pop those in any ice water either. Okay, the chicken's had 2 hours. It has got a few patches there where it's not perfectly golden brown. Don't worry about it, guys. Honestly, don't worry. I know that that meat is going to be beautiful, juicy and tender. That's what we're looking for. If we wanted it a little bit more golden brown, a little bit more butter, you know, baste it throughout cooking, that would have sorted that out. You know, I'm not going to ruin this chicken now just to get a better shot for the camera. Let's get that onto a serving platter. We're going to let that rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to make our pan gravy. Now, if you've got a lot of fat left in the roasting dish, pour most of that out. Now, luckily here, we haven't got too much fat. So let's get that onto a nice kind of medium gentle heat. We're going to move that around, and when it starts to kind of crackle and come back up to temperature, let's add a couple of tablespoons of cornstarch or corn flour. We want to mix that all together, and once that's combined, we can add a little splash of our cooking water. Move that around again, and as it starts to form and move into a kind of paste, we want to add more of that cooking water. Now let's bring that up to temperature. I want to set that on a kind of like gentle simmer, and we're going to cook that out for about 10 minutes whilst the chicken's resting. Now, to serve, we want to check the seasoning and then pour that into a gravy jug. Right guys, we are into the home straight, so we're going to put the finishing touches to our vegetables. So let's get a pan on a nice medium-high heat. I want a good splash of olive oil, and let's get the potatoes in. Now we're going to cook these for a couple of minutes just to bring them back up to temperature. And the great thing is, guys, they're also going to get this lovely golden crust all over them. Okay, they look great, so let's add in the green beans and the asparagus. We just want to bring them up to temperature nice and gently. And for all you big brutes out there, we've got to be really gentle with the asparagus. So just move it around the pan. Those nibs, they're going to come off nice and easily, so just be really gentle as you move that around the pan. Okay, they look fantastic, so we're going to Rolls Royce these vegetables. So I've got some black truffle butter here, and guys, if you're not familiar with truffle butter or truffles, in short, they are one of the world's greatest delicacies. And this is a very clever way to get that truffle experience without having to remortgage your house or sell a kidney or something like that. So I'm going to do a product video on black truffle butter here. I will stick a link up there once it's done, but that's going to give you a little bit more information about it. So for the time being, let's add a couple of knobs of black truffle butter into our vegetables. I actually want to knock that off the heat. We're going to move that around nice and gently until everything is completely coated in that beautiful truffle butter. Now, for those of you who saw last week's video, you'll know that rain interrupted filming. So unfortunately, we are not going to be able to do a taste test at the end of this, but in short, it's going to be the same as every single week. I'm going to go, look how beautiful that is. Oh, and then, oh, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Honestly, guys, it was a fantastic dish. It was a really, really simple, clean, wonderful dish. And if you don't want to use the truffle butter, but you're looking for an idea to kind of pimp up your vegetables anyway, just add in some lemon zest, some lemon juice, maybe add some a bit more olive oil, capers. All of that would be absolutely perfect with it, and maybe even some roasted garlic. So that's another alternative if you do want to do those vegetables in a different way. But we've got to talk about last week, because you guys are legends. Honestly, I'm so humbled by all of the feedback that you gave me. I mean, the paragraphs, So for you guys to go out of your way and in your own time feed that back to me, it really is an unbelievably humbling thing. So thank you very, very much. I've kind of gone through them, and two of the things which really kind of stood out for me, which was concerns about quality of content. Honestly, guys, we are never going to compromise on the quality, the production values and the quality of the content. And this is also going to be a very gradual thing. I don't have the resources to do this immediately, unless there is somebody out there who wants to seriously invest in Kitchen Daddy. But to be honest, guys, for the moment, I am so happy just doing this and building this kind of nice and organically. That's not really what my intention is. But what we will do, though, is we'll start putting out more content. We'll see how impactful that is. If it's helpful to you and you get a benefit and it's entertaining as well, then we're going to keep doing it. But anything that doesn't help you out or doesn't add any value to your life or experience, it's going to get parked. So, guys, you're absolute legends. I really, really am so grateful to have you as my audience. Get in the comments below, tell me what you think of this recipe, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified when I do a new video. And guys, I will see you next week and we'll cook something utterly spectacular. Cheers. Bye-bye. Whoa, hang on, mate. If you enjoyed this video, I've got 3 options for you. Check out the Kitchen Daddy website over here, subscribe to our YouTube channel right here, and then check out another Kitchen Daddy video right by here. But why not be a legend and do all 3?